What is up, everyone? Welcome to the FPL Game Week 10 team selection video. My name is Ryan, and welcome to the football chat box. Hello, Shubharan. How are you doing? Happy Dusra. Happy Dusra? Have I pronounced that correctly? Happy Dusra, everyone. Welcome to the stream. How is everyone doing? Let me know in the comments how you are doing as well. What happened to my stream? Is the quality of the stream fine? Let me know in the comments as well. I am just gonna just check a few settings because it seems like something might have changed. Well, looks like I can't check anything now. I have started it. Everything seems to be fine. Alright, cool. Justin, how are you doing? Pissed with Udogi early sub. I know. I get your feeling. Same. Alright, we are gonna get straight into the content for today. 85 points for me. Very annoying with Udogi early sub. Can't do anything about it. It is what it is, I guess. Would have been really helpful in trying to get a bit more closer to that 1 million mark, like inside the 1 million mark, but here we are. But yeah, this is currently the team, but Wildcard is active. I'm catching okay, Wildcard, I haven't played the Wildcard chip yet, but I've already made so many transfers to try and catch price rises, as you can see. So if you would like check my transfer history, which is here, I've already done a significant amount just to try and catch like price rises and all. Now, will most of these players still stay in my team that are here? No. I'll show you what my draft is or where I'm thinking in terms of where I'm thinking about the wildcard. 513, welcome. How are you doing as well? Welcome. Okay, so yesterday I made a video, and today morning, depending on where you are and if you saw it, I was leaning more towards the Trippier draft, but that was before the Spurs game. And now after the Spurs game, I'm leaning towards a non-Trippier draft because of like Madison performing. Like if Madison didn't perform, right, I could have gone and got like a Mitoma in here, and I can. What's missing here? Oh, Ben White, sorry. And I can easily afford a Trippier draft without Madison. Madison went and performed, that makes it harder to try and like go and get myself a Trippier draft. That's the only thing. So this is where I'm like wondering, who is that midfielder that I'm going to sacrifice? Do I sacrifice if I go without Trippier? Who do I get? Now, that's another good question because I honestly don't know which defender I want. Maybe I go Dan Burn, right? Just because I want like a Newcastle defender, let's say. Then I can upgrade. I mean, I can move Douglas Lewis to a Mitoma later. Maybe not immediately. I think I do like Douglas Lewis's fixtures with Luton, Forest, and Fulham. And I'm willing to take that that kind of like price. Not that those three fixtures over Mitoma's 3, which is potentially also might have rotation, although I think he's fine without rotation to be honest. Guehi as 4th defender. Yeah, that could also work. Let's just sort this until like game week 19 for the moment. Right now, Mitoma has Fulham, Everton, and Sheffield United. Douglas Lewis has Luton, Forest, and Fulham. Tough decisions to make, man. Maybe even like Madison can be moved out after the Crystal Palace game. Because he's got after that Chelsea, Wolves, Aston Villa, Manchester City. Maybe I can move Madison out after that. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do I do with Madison? Maybe I keep Madison just for the Crystal Palace game and then move him out after. And then look to get in a Mitoma for Madison. But then I can afford the Trippier draft. But then the thing is, I feel like if I'm going without Trippier, I might as well go until at least game week 14 without Trippier. And then bring Trippier in for this run here. Everton, Spurs, Fulham, Luton, Forest. Can I afford Trippier by then? That's a completely different situation. Thoughts on Aderinga since March is out? I mean, he is a decent option, given that he might play now, right? He is a decent option. The thing is, you've got so many other good enablers where I'm wondering maybe the other enablers are slightly better. And with Brighton rotation, I'm a bit uncertain when it comes to like fringe type players. I feel Mitoma is a bit more safer, but the others I'm still uncertain. Even okay, maybe he plays right wing. Ansu Fati, does Ansu Fati get any minutes? That's another question. I don't know, man. It's a tough one. He could be a decent option. He's been spoken about a lot, I see. But I feel like there's so many midfield options. Stronger teams, I think more space for them to exploit. Spurs is top of the league. Definitely keep at least one of them, and they perform. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Spurs are just in good form at this point that I don't want to drop Madison. I think keeping one of them probably makes the most sense. So the question arises as to what do I do with Mitoma? Do I go without Mitoma and just wait till they like finish that European run and then get onto Mitoma? Like, do I just kind of like try and wait till they finish the games against Ajax and then see how things go? That's what I'm still uncertain on, like where to go. Palmer versus Aderinga as the enabler for Son, Salah, Saka, Haaland draft. Ooh, that is very interesting. Tempting the way, welcome. I would go for Palmer rather than Aderinga. Fair enough, he is on penalties. Will play more minutes, that's for sure. Can you show the Trippier draft again? Yes, I can. So the Trippier draft included it didn't have Madison. It had Mitoma. 0.5 in the bank, and for you guys as well, you can do like you can switch Douglas Lewis to someone else that you want. If money is an issue, or if you have more money, you can even upgrade Douglas Lewis. But this was a Trippier draft. It's just two players, right? It's just two players that changes. It's just Trippier goes down to someone else, which unfortunately is very hard to pick. Like if I had Trippier, I play him in every fixture. I don't care about the fixtures there. Like I am not worried about Arsenal, Chelsea, or United, because Trippier, even if he gets a return, he can get some bonus points. If I play another Newcastle defender, then I kind of think of fixtures. Possible to review the 3 drafts I posted on Discord? Yep, we'll get that on. Where is your draft? Rate my team. Yes, I will bring that up as well. And I've also got from Tempting the Wave as well. Some teams as well. Now, by the way, since you brought up the Discord, for anyone who wants to join the Discord, let me actually get you the link for Discord because it's still open. You can join Discord. We have a Discord channel, and there are people already on the Discord channel. So if you want to join the Discord channel, feel free to. Let me post the link right now. FPL Planner TN, how are you doing? Welcome. So this is the link for the Discord channel. The link is only valid till the deadline stream this coming week, and then I'll give you guys a new link after that. Do you think you go on my drafts I sent you on Twitter? Yep, we'll do that as well. So for Planner as well, since you're here, this was like a Trippier draft I made, right? But since Madison did what Madison did, I've kind of switched it about where I bought like kept Madison, and then I've gone for maybe Dan Burn. I don't know. Like it's that defensive spot is a bit uncertain in like who I want to go for that 4th defensive spot. So maybe I could do something like this. And that leaves me with money in the bank 1.4. I don't have Mitoma. And I'm thinking, the question is, I want to know, I don't know. I probably might see out Villa's next 3 and then maybe get Mitoma, probably. But the fixtures are good for Mitoma as well, like Fulham, Everton, and Sheffield United. So if I don't get Mitoma in these 4, then I can kind of wait till he passes Chelsea as well, Arsenal. I mean, this is a slightly more trickier run. If I don't get Mitoma now, then I probably don't get him for this run. So, yeah, it's a few things to answer. In terms of who do I want more? Do I want Mitoma more? Or do I want Douglas Lewis on penalties more? With Douglas Lewis having Luton, Forest, and Fulham. I could also potentially just, after the Luton game, move Douglas Lewis out after just one game. because I feel like the Luton game is like that money fixture compared to Forest and Fulham. I think Fulham did concede, but Forest aren't as bad, I would assume. I could even do that and get Mitoma in for. I could get Mitoma in for Everton and Sheffield United. So things to kind of decide and see where do I really want Mitoma. See how things go. Maybe I can like see how Europe goes. Europe will also probably change things. If something happens in Europe, we'll have to kind of react to that as well. So this is currently where the draft is with 1.4 in the bank. Can this 1.4 be used on Archer? No, probably not. It's only 6 million max or 5.9. Maybe is there another way for me to even afford Trippier? I don't think so. 0.8 shot. I'll have to go double Newcastle defense deep in Lascelles. Where is he? The problem is, how long is Botman out for? I could do something like this. And if I wanted to start Tsimikas, I could start Tsimikas. But the bench, what do we think? Maybe this is also not a bad idea, to be honest. Because after Villa's fixtures like go down, like I can move Matty Cash to Arsenal defender later. You'd go Mitoma over Luis. Fair enough. Yeah, I think I could go Mitoma over Luis as well. How's the season gone so far? Currently 1.2. It's been a mixed bag of season, but now I'm slowly getting the rise. Botman is expected back around 11th of November. Yeah, that's the thing. So maybe Botman comes back, Lascelles loses his spot. And then that goes into... Right, this is another thing that could happen. We don't know when... Estupinan is back as well, right? If Estupinan is back in gameweek 11 as well, then maybe you can go without Trippier and then you have like very good attacking defenders. Estupinan is back as well. So, I don't know. Tough decisions at the moment. Like, I could, if I do this, then I can have Mitoma as well. Like, so these are the few spots that I'm still toying with. The rest of the team, I feel like is a bit more nailed. And I'm kind of more confident on it, and I'm happy with it. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think about it. But this is basically where we are. Having said that, let me go into the teams that you guys want to see. I'll start with Tempt in the Web because he asked me before the stream started. And then we'll go to Shubharan that you've sent your team on Discord. So I'll check your team on Discord as well, and we'll bring it up. 513, how about Haaland plus Watkins plus Alvarez? The only reason I'm not going for that is because I prefer a 3-5-2 formation and because the amount of options we have in midfield. Whereas like the striker spot, I'm thinking there aren't that many options and I have to somewhat play the fixtures. City are about to hit a patchy run of fixtures. I don't think Alvarez and even Haaland, I can see why people went without Haaland because these fixtures aren't as easy. Even for City at the moment, they're not free scoring at the moment. So that's why I'm not going with that Haaland, Watkins, Alvarez. It's possible. It's doable. Like I could upgrade Archer to... If I was to upgrade Archer to Alvarez, I would have 2.4. So this will have to be another enabler. It becomes hard with like a packed midfield. I need to downgrade either Mitoma or Madison, probably maybe a Mitoma to something like this. Then I have 3.4, still not enough. I need to go even down. Maybe I need to go to like Cole Palmer. Then I have 3.9. It's not easy for me. Don't have enough budget unless I downgrade Madison. So that's the thing. How do I go back? So you kind of get my situation at the moment. I don't know who to put in here. I'll probably put Dan Burn to try and catch the Newcastle clean sheets in the easier fixtures. And then rotate, probably. Bournemouth at home is the money fixture for Haaland owners. Yeah, that's true. Currently on 86k rank, so doing quite well. Yeah, oh, that's pretty good. Rian, how are you doing? Haaland to Watkins and get Haaland back in gameweek 15. It's tempting. I don't know, man. Can you get Watkins any other way? Is that possible? I am so scared with the upcoming fixture against United. I've been burnt so many times that I don't know what to do with the upcoming. I don't know. We'll see. Champions League fixtures tomorrow. Maybe I'll see how they do against Copenhagen, because they do play a really good style of football. Copenhagen. They also didn't they gave Bayern a good game as well, so they'll be a strong team. Let's see how United do. If United look bad in that game, I feel like the armband's going on Haaland, but we'll see. But I think at the moment maybe it'll be on Salah. So we'll see. Anyways, let me bring out the tempting the wave. Let's bring out his team first of all. Are you in the mini league here, tempting the wave, by any chance? I know you sent me the. Where are you? Are you in the mini league? I don't think so, no. Let me bring your team up. Let me bring your current team up. So, tempting the wave sent me his team. United were abysmal against Sheffield. Yeah, I know. I posted a graph on Twitter. It was so bad, like the way their graph against Sheffield, and Sheffield dominated. All right, let's start with tempting the wave. This is the current team that he has, and he's looking to make a couple transfers. One that involves Mitoma and Watkins in for Madison and Julian Alvarez, which is very nice. I think I like that. The other one involves Nakamba and Watkins in for Gordon and Julian. So basically, Julian Alvarez moves out in two situations. There's one more draft where he's got. Actually, let me make things easier. Let me just bring up these images. It'll be so much more easier for you guys. So he's got something like this, and like this. All right, so this is one. 7th in the league. Oh yes, you are 7th in the league. My bad. You just named differently. This is tempting the Waves team. 96 points with the Salah captaincy. Wow. Wow. And Dan Burn on the bench. And Flecken. Oh my god. What could have been today? But really doing really well. And now he's thinking, okay, trying to get Watkins. Madison and Julian Alvarez make way in this one. In this one, Son makes way alongside Watkins. Alongside Archer. And you switch to a 3-4-3. This one, Gordon has made way alongside Julian Alvarez. So which moves do you guys like? I personally, I don't mind this, the 3-4-3. I actually don't mind this set of moves. But this is also very tempting to keep Huming Sun and play a 3-5-2. Maybe this might be the more tempting one. I think this is probably the better one. In terms of the midfield, 5 are pretty good. Haaland, Watkins, and then the defense is also solid. What do you guys think for those who are... which one would you go for? I think this might be my first choice. Don't like Spurs out at this point. Probably the Gordon move. Oh, you mean like keep double Spurs? I don't know how long you can keep double Spurs for though. That's the thing. I do like Gordon, at least for the next fixture. After that, maybe it's a question to see. Then you probably play the fixtures and you go, okay, Gordon's not as great. But look, this one, right? This is a 4-4-2 formation. You have to think about the formation as well. This is a 4-4-2 formation. How many weeks are you going to be playing 4-4-2 is the question. Because Newcastle will go into a few tough fixtures. Palace away could be that's why I'm thinking of keeping Madison. I've sold Son. I had Son. I sold him. Right. I've sold Son already, but I've kept Madison for the moment, just because I think one Spurs at least will have to be there. I'm 50-50 on Haaland Watkins. If I do this next week, will be Shah to Trippier and Ward-Prowse to Bowen. Ooh. And then, do you have Rian? When do you plan on getting Haaland back? Game week 16, right? It's a tough one. Now, I spoke about this with FPL Mess today on Scout the Game Week, which will be coming out later sometime this week, where we discussed about Manchester City, and I was speaking about the creators for Manchester City that provide service for Haaland. And compared to last season, where they had Gundogan, they had KDB fit, Jack Grealish was playing more minutes. This time they don't have those like options, and Haaland isn't getting as much service. They got Julian Alvarez, who's doing really well, and they got Doku, who is doing really well. But I feel like both of them are a bit more selfish towards them, like towards trying to get shots, towards trying to get goals. So they're a bit more selfish in terms of their playstyles, and that kind of doesn't give as much service to Haaland as he would like, and that's why I feel like we're seeing kind of a drop off in terms of his numbers as well. He's not getting as much service as he got last season because there aren't that many people to provide service to him. So that's what I'm thinking. So maybe you could potentially go without Haaland, but I don't know. I'll leave it to you. It's a high risk move, but it could be high reward as well. It's high risk, high reward. Yeah, I don't like the 4-4-2 thing. So for me, it's between these two. And I think one Spurs player might have to go. I don't mind this because Son is explosive. So I will still have a City attacker. Fair enough. Fair enough. If you have Alvarez also, so then should be maybe fine. 0.32. Yeah, I agree. So yeah, tempting the wave. I think I like this more. But up to you guys. What do you guys think? This is also not a bad shot. It's a decent option if you wanted to keep Madison. What to do with Diaby? Could he be dropped for Leon Bay? No, I think Diaby is still playing really well. If you saw the game, he just like everything he did kind of went in favor of him. Like in terms of whatever he was doing, he found Watkins so many times. Watkins just didn't finish. The problem is you have Diaby now. Like who do you go to? Maybe Mitoma, but I would keep Diaby at least for another. I don't know. I would probably keep him if you have him. If you're selling him, then you probably look to sell to like a Mitoma. Is what I'm thinking. If you get the chance, could you have a look at the possible wildcard I sent you? Yes, we'll do, Justin. I don't know why people are thinking of getting rid of Son to Saka, as people are saying Saka will score a lot of points in the next few games, but Son will too, which is why I'm keeping him. Fair enough. Fair enough. I think that's a decent and solid option. I think for me, the reason I moved it out was the fixtures. I was playing the fixtures. Purely the fixtures, that's why. Would you get rid of Son or Madison then? So I got rid of Son because I didn't have too much value stored in Son. I have bought him at 9.4, he's 9.5. If you have a lot of value stored in Son and you want to keep him, then I see the reason. But I don't have much stored in Son. I have a lot of value stored in Madison. So for me, I'm keeping Madison because of that. And also like everything just goes through Madison in terms of Spurs, that I feel like I'm happy to keep Madison and just play him. Maybe, and that doesn't mean that I can't go back to Son. I can easily go back to Heung-min Son when I maybe look to maybe downgrade Watkins after a few game weeks. That's a possibility. Does Trippier get a price rise today? I think he was close to a price rise. Like the last price rise where Salah and Palmer rose, Trippier was very close to a price rise. So I think he will rise in price again this week, definitely. Most likely, actually. Not definitely, but most likely. Did Udogi to Poro last week and he proved genius? Ooh. Not many points, right? I was a bit disappointed with the Udogi, but it is what it is. So yeah, That's tempting the wave. I think I like this one, to be honest, but I don't mind this as well. Now the next one we'll do is we'll go to Shubharan, and then after that we'll go to what do you call Justin. Odo got 6 and Odo got, yeah, that's true. That's true. Where do can I get this? This is a bit of an unclear picture. Shubharan, by any chance, I don't know why, like, does Discord just not... Oh, here we go. Okay, Discord, the app just looks like this thing. Alright, we're going to bring up some of the wildcard drafts from Shubharan. Alright, so we got number 1. You've got Gabriel, Guehi, Taylor, Simkas, Cash, Sun, Salah, Bowen, Saka, and Adringa, Watkins, Haaland, and Mubama. And then and obviously the usual goalkeeper combination there. In number 2, you got Diaby instead of Heung-min Son, but you got Madison. Then you have Saka, Haaland, Guehi, and Gabriel. So the defense stayed the same. Midfield options changed. You got rid of Son and got Diaby. If you were to tell me between Diaby and Mitoma, I would go for Mitoma. I would probably go Mitoma instead of Diaby. Madison is there, Bowen, Salah, Saka, and Haaland as usual. And then the last one has Palmer in there, Saka instead of Son, Guehi, and you've kept Trippier. It says you're 0.1 short. Are you 0.1 short? Adringa could be Palmer too. Fair enough. I think Palmer is the better than Adringa. Yeah, I think Palmer will be better than Adringa because of the penalties. So I'll probably go for Palmer. I already had Diaby, and if I get Watkins too, I need Diaby. I'm planning on replacing him for Brighton mid in 11 to 13, but who is the best Brighton mid? I will go for Mitoma. If you're planning on replacing him, then Mitoma. But Adringa is a differential. Yeah, true. But Palmer is also somewhat a differential now. Like, he's not owned that highly. And I don't think he's going to be that highly owned as well. So I still think he's a decent differential. Like, everyone who wildcarded in 8 most likely definitely don't have Palmer. Those who wildcarded in game week 9 potentially do. If Sunrise is 0.1, then I should be 0.0. Okay. Fair enough. So yeah. This is not a bad draft. You get to keep Trippier as well, to be honest. And I like it. Damn. That means you'll only be making 3 changes for a wildcard. Is that even worth it? You're only making 3 of the transfers, right? Then? Damn. The only thing is you can't cancel a wildcard once you played it. I got Doku in last week for my wildcard thoughts. I think he'll keep Grealish out of the side for a bit as a City fan. Doku, I mean, he played really well. All he made Bruno, Rashford, member. Okay. That makes much more sense. I think Doku played really well. But how long is he going to keep Grealish out for? That's the only thing. I don't mind Doku as an option, just the fixtures upcoming are a bit of a mixed bag. But if you think he's going to keep Grealish out, then I don't mind keeping him. He's a nice differential. But I think there are so many good options in midfield right now. Okay, Shubharan, I like this one. I'm not going to lie. Got a very good balanced midfield. You will be playing... The one thing with this is, are you okay with playing Palmer like every game? Or will you at times play like a 4-4-2 formation at times? Maybe a 3-5-2 in most times. What do you think? That's the only thing with Palmer, because the fixtures, at least for the next couple, aren't that great. I mean, okay, Brentford good, Spurs, City, Newcastle, no, and then after that it's good, I would say. Just these three, you probably might not get much, but the rest, I think you'll be fine. This one, I'd probably go for Mitoma instead of Diaby, honestly. But this one you get to keep Trippier, which is nice. This one, you've lost Madison and you bought in Adringa, who could be Palmer. So you basically you bought Madison in here and you lost Trippier as well. So it depends on who you want to keep more, is the question. Do you want to keep Heung-min Son more, or do you want to keep Madison more? That's the difference between these two drafts, and also Trippier. So you kind of got to answer that. In the first draft, the midfield remains more or less the same, but I keep Son too. Yeah, that's the thing. So it's Madison versus Son, and it's do you get to keep Trippier or not? That's almost the same thing as my draft, where it's if I bring Trippier, then I don't have like a Madison. Now, obviously, I've lost Heung-min Son as well as part of that, but you guys get the point. So yeah, I like this one. Not gonna lie, this or this, one of these two. This one, I mean, you move it to Mitoma, then it looks better. That's probably what I would do. The defenders, I think Guehi kind of looks like the most sensible one, because Crystal Palace aren't as bad defensively at home, especially that decent. So maybe as a fourth choice, he might be the one. I still haven't decided. Do I want to go for him, or do I want to go for like a Newcastle defender? That is something I kind of have to think about and see how things go. I have similar values stored in both Madison and Son. Son seems to be more explosive though. Yep, I would agree with that. I unfortunately didn't have similar values stored in both of them. So because of that, I got rid of Son more. And also, I didn't have as good team value compared to you, I think. That's the thing. So that's that. Let's move into Justin, who is next. Who is also playing his wildcard. And Justin is basically looking like this. Now, what does Justin say? Thinking maybe this, but once again, have absolutely bring in the likes of Salah and Son. Wait, how did you do this draft? Oh, okay, midfield is absolutely whack. No, okay, here's the thing. With this kind of draft, I wouldn't sacrifice the midfield. The way you have to give up one of Salah or Madison has to go. If you keep Son, you can downgrade Madison to a Bowen, and maybe use that money to upgrade. Can you 0.6, 1 million, 6 million? Thanks, Ryan. No worries, Justin. No worries, Shubhana. No worries. 6 million, 6.2 million. You're short on cash, aren't you? Yeah, so with your draft, Heung-min Son is the one who most likely makes way because of team value. Team value in your draft seems to be an issue, because if Heung-min Son makes way, you can upgrade Palmer to a Mitoma if you wanted to. You could upgrade Armada into a Cole. You could keep Palmer. You could upgrade Armada into a Mitoma. You could switch, and then you could even move him to a Bowen if you wanted. There are a few things you could do with that. Dan Burn, you don't need to have double Newcastle defense if you wanted. You could probably switch this to. Actually, who would you switch it to? Would you go Matty Cash? If you don't have Matty Cash, maybe you go Luca Dean. If you want a Aston Villa defense for the next couple of fixtures. Although I don't think Aston Villa defense is as highly needed compared to Aston Villa attack. But you can go for Aston Villa defender if you wanted. As a short-term punt. Or you can just keep Dan Burn and then if Estupinan is fit later, go for Estupinan. Saliba versus Sheffield at home or Udogie versus Crystal Palace away? Saliba versus Sheffield at home. Crystal Palace at home are a decent team. But I think, here's the thing. Who do you guys think are your essentials on a wildcard? Who are your essentials on a wildcard? You need to answer that. Who are your non-negotiable players that you need to have on a wildcard? For me, at the moment, at least for me personally, I think Haaland, Salah, Watkins. And those three mainly, and potentially Saka. That's probably what I'm thinking. But it doesn't even have to be Saka. Squad value is so low. What happened? Yeah, squad value is low, but we can build it up. Just need to try and get a few players in here, there, and everywhere. Try and catch the price rises. I think Justin has missed a few price rises. So okay, the essentials would depend on fixtures to target. Now Aston Villa have a good 4 fixtures in the next 5. So I think Watkins at this point, Watkins and Salah are I would must have in my wildcard team. Those two. Haaland is next. I think Haaland. I still love Haaland as an option. You can go without him, but I still love him as an option. So for me personally, I would go him. But I see the idea and people going without him and going for Alvarez, right? That's also a valid option. After that, you look at your midfield and you go, who do you want? West Ham, Newcastle have a good run. I've seen a lot of people with Gordon as well. West Ham have a good run, right? That's another thing. So Bowen could be a really good option. Spurs are continuing to do well. Obviously, they have a tough Chelsea fixture, and I would say even a City are the two tough ones. Aston Villa will concede goals, I feel like, and then Newcastle tough. So Spurs go easy, hard. They mix or they alternate Spurs, so you kind of have to keep it with it. But Ange Ball, he's playing very attacking football, so you will get returns from Spurs. I don't know if even Haaland is an essential because could break a lot of money into the team. True. As long as you have a way to get back to him by about game week 15 or 16, if you sell him. So I would. It depends on what you want to do. If you want Sun, you can get Sun. Not a bad option. Simonel, welcome. Is the wildcard worth it? We'll have a look. Give me a second. Your team, I think you need to upgrade the midfield a bit more. So the likes of Bowen, the likes of Mitoma, Bowen are good options. A Gordon from Newcastle, Palmer you have as well, who is also not too bad. Who else? I still think Douglas Lewis is not a bad option as well. Your defense seems fine, right? Defense seems fine. Goalkeeper seems fine. Strikers are okay. It's that midfield that kind of needs to reshift itself a bit. At least midfield reshift itself. When I'm saying reshift it, I just mean that Ahmada spot. That kind of needs to change. The rest of the midfield is not too bad. Abdurrahman, how are you doing? Have you watched the movie Leo? Let me have a look. I might have. I don't know. No, I haven't. When was it? 2020? No, I haven't watched it. So yeah. This. Let me know what you think, Justin. But yeah. I guess the easiest. I mean, one good way to tell how people are reacting is seeing who people are transferring. It kind of gives you an idea of like where everyone's going to, where everyone thinks the essential players are. Trippier is still getting good number of transfers, man. It's crazy. But yeah, gives you a good idea. Now that's while I think Justin thinkers or decides. Can we let's have a look if I can get your team up and have a look. Let me also bring Simonal in here as well in his team. That's Simonal's team, and then Justin. All right, Justin, let's get your team up on here. FPL.team, FPL. Yeah, I'm not certain of what would be the right thing to do. Someone will have to be sacrificed. Yeah, that's the thing. So this is your current team, right? You've lost a bit of value, unfortunately, because Bruno also fell in price and Salah rose. So that was a bit unlucky. If you were to do something like this, Doggy to why is Trippier not appearing? Oh, Trippier's already there. Sorry. Saliba's. Can even downgrade Saliba to Gabriel. Doggy can be switched to who do we even go for? Can go for a Villa defender if we wanted to. Could even be Pau Torres at 4.5 since team value is a bit of a. Could even go. If we did something like this, what are we looking at? 4 million off. 4 million shut off because of Luis Diaz. Damn. This is not easy. I think I had Burn. He had Burn. But damn Burn's slightly more expensive, no? I have to reduce it even further. $1.5. Where would I even lose 1.5? Do I go without Saka? And do we go like Itoma instead? But without Arsenal players? Do we go Martinelli and Mitoma ahead of Bowen? Do we do something like this? Trippier to Burn? You could do that. You could sacrifice Trippier if you wanted to. You could sacrifice Trippier and then you could upgrade this to go to Saka. And Mitoma can be here. Or you can use that money to go to Bowen. You could do something like this. Right? Then you don't have Mitoma. you wanted, you can bring Mitoma. I mean, you can even do this if you wanted, something like this. Mitoma or Bowen, up to you how you want to approach that. If you wanted a Brighton player and you wanted Bowen, then you could do something like this, which Shubharan was mentioning, and get that Brighton player in. But maybe Palmer might be a bit slightly better option. The other option you could do is you could go to Gordon at 5.6. This is also not too bad, honestly. This is also not too bad. I think the team looks now a bit more better. But yeah, this is where you kind of have to make your sacrifices. You have to go like without a Son. You have to go without a Trippier to try and get the rest of the team looking better because of the team value. So if you do something like this, not a bad option as well. What do people think? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, that looks really good. I honestly don't mind not having Bowen to have Mitoma in. Fair enough. Then you could do something like this. And you could keep Gordon. Or you can go to... Who else can you go to? Can't go Diaby because he's a bit more. You could go... Can you go anyone else? No, not really. You can just keep it at Gordon. Then do you have the money? No, 5.6. Yeah, you can just keep it like this. 0.9 in the bank. You can use that 0.9 elsewhere. Like if Estupinan was to come back, right, by something, if Estupinan happens to come back, you can even move Wehi to Estupinan, or you could move Burn to an Estupinan. You have a few options there. You could also... Oh no, it's 9.5. Never mind. Yeah, you could do something like this, I guess, if you wanted. Gordon can be Palmer as well, but I don't mind Gordon as well, to be honest. Let me know what you guys think. Can we upgrade this to... No, we can't upgrade to Martinelli. Yeah. This is also not a bad option. But yeah, the sacrifices you make is no Heung-min Son, which I don't think is too bad. You still have Maddison to kind of cover it a bit. No Trippier, which I think a lot of people will have to make a sacrifice like that. So yeah, this is yours. Now, think about it. Let me know. But what I would say is the players you have in your team, Justin, where is your team? Which is this one. Keep the ones you have, like your Saka, your Madison, your Simikas, the rest, even Trippier, keep him for now in your team, because if he gets a price rise, you're gonna gain a bit on that. Depends on when you bought him. When did you buy him? Trippier. Oh, I can't see. It doesn't let me. Okay, cool. Depends on like when you bought him. If he goes up in price, you might get a bit of a sell value. So don't remove everyone. Remove the likes of Bruno and Rashford, because people are selling them. They're going to fall in price anyways. And bring in the others. You can also remove Udogi if you want, and bring in another defender in the likes of... Actually, you can keep Udogi for now, and then later look to like this thing. But remove players that are definitely going out. Trippier, keep him until maybe you can see like price rises, like everything, because you might gain some more team value before the deadline, and you might be able to sell him for higher than what you have right now. So keep him for now, and maybe things change during Europe, right? Keep him, don't sell him, because things could change in Europe and European fixtures, and then maybe we end up in a situation where some of the midfielders that we're looking to, something happens and we're like, oh, now we have money elsewhere to go, and then you can afford a Trippier. So keep Trippier for now. Closer to the deadline, you can kind of see, because if things change in the midfield, that gives up funds to go elsewhere. So yeah, that's what I would tell for anyone who's wildcarding. Make sure that if you have value stored in players, remove them closer to the deadline compared to before, unless you have other players who are about to rise in price and you need to get them in. then I would remove the players you definitely don't want. Would you suggest making the transfers now or after you sell? You can make it now because you're on a wild card. You're not going to take, like, hits are not going to cost you money. You can wait after you sell if you wanted to. But that's basically in the morning. Just for those living in Australia, price changes happen at 12:30 in the afternoon for those living in Australia. So if you guys want to follow and if you want to know where you can see like price changes, like what site, FPL Statistics is one site that I use, which is very helpful. The other site that I use, if you kind of like want to know how these price changes actually happen and like get a better idea, I sent out my team on Insta this week. Okay, we'll have a look, Greg. If you want to know, like, get a better idea of how your team is going to rise or not, is Fantasy Football Fix, and it kind of tells you like, okay, this is, see how this is red. Like, see how here I have Onana in this one, and I bought him at 5. He's at 4.9. He'll definitely fall, so I'll lose value. Anything that's highlighted red is where value can change. Like this Botman one, even if Botman was to fall, I don't lose value because I bought him at 4.6 and he was 4.7. So stuff like that. Fix is a really nice one for those who are new to FPL to try and get an understanding of price rises and how they work. But apart from this, I'll probably put this on here for anyone who wants in the link. You guys can go and check it out. Or you can Google search it, but I'll put it on this thing. The other one is FPL Statistics, which I'll also add as a link for price rises. So one of those two for people to like track and see how things work. And also, we have a Discord channel for those who aren't aware. A Discord channel where I do update the price changes once they happen, and we have discussions going on there as well. One from like Shubharan, right, as you can see here. He's got to rate my team. We also have a generous communication channel going on right now, courtesy of Simon posting all like provisional bonus points, Shubharan asking a few questions. So if you guys want to get involved in the Discord channel, I will put the link again for those of you who want to join the Discord channel. But that is also there, and it's open right now for people to join. So feel free to let me put the link, and you guys can also join as well and get involved. Where is that link for the Discord channel? There we go. I've just sent one more draft. I can do what I sent you. Let's have a look, and then after that we will move to and one more is Discord. Yes. And then we will move to Abdurrahman asked for a team review, and someone else also asked me for a team review, which is Greg. So Greg and Abdurrahman for team reviews as well next. Oh, and Simon as well. First Simon, because he's the one who asked me. So I'll check him as well. Let me just get Justin's latest one before we go to Simon. Yeah, this looks way better. Did you had Madison, right, to start with? If I'm not mistaken, keep Madison for the moment because I think you might have team value stored in Madison. Because Madison could also rise in price. So keep him for the moment, but the team looks good. Yeah, I like this. This is also not too bad. Looks pretty good. Cool. Now, on to Simon. Where are you? How did that... 94 points. Look at that. 94 points. I think you did a really good wild card, you would say, don't you think? I think that was worth it. I would say it was worth it. 94 points, man. Going into the next game week, I would probably roll the transfer. I don't see anyone you would want to try and switch to for the moment. Probably roll. Do you think? 1.1, one free transfer, save or use it. You could use suit. Ooh, no, you can't. No, 4.9, 5 point. No, you can't. I was thinking whether you can go to Mitoma, but you can't. I would say save it for the moment. Who are you going to use it on? That's the question. I'll probably save it for the moment. And then in game week 11, use the 2 free transfers. So save. Yeah, save for the moment. And then we'll see how things go. But well done. Good score. Well done. How would I be able to make other transfers without selling others? Yes, you would. I agree. You would need to make. So that will come to a point where you will have to decide, Justin, on if there is a player who's about to rise and you need them in your team, go get them in, and then you'll have to sell the other player. Yes. Simika starting in game week 10. We'll have to wait and see with regards to European fixture, see whether he starts in the Liverpool fixture. Why was he taken off at 60? Because I think Klopp wanted to try and get another goal. That's why he bought on Darwin Núñez, because Everton were a man down, right? So Klopp could take that to his advantage and get on another extra attacker. And I do agree, Tsimikas was getting a few challenges, might have got a yellow card, but I think that was the main reason, just because of the trying to get an extra goal. And then once he got the goal, he bought on Gomez to try and switch back through the to that formation, to switch back to like a back three formation. So yeah, I think Tsimikas should be fine. We'll see how Europe goes, whether he starts or not. If Joe Gomez starts in Europe, then I think you should be okay, because Tsimikas will play in the Premier League. So I think he should be fine for now. But roll the transfer, and then in game week 11 we can decide whether you want to use the 2 free transfers and where to use it. Because you never know, Estupinan could be back and you could use a transfer there. And then maybe you could use a transfer on moving one of Gordon or even Madison somewhere. But yeah. Cool. So that's Samuel. Abdul Rahman, are you still here? Let me know in the comments. And Greg, you sent it on Instagram, you said. Let me bring it up. And then who else needed a team review? Only Abdul Rahman and Greg, right? Anyone else? No. I think I answered everyone else. Okay, you're still here. Sick. Where are you in the mini league? 13th. Hey, you're 13th. You're doing really well. You're having a really good season. Why are you running? 88 points. Look at that. What a week. Who got the highest this week? Got a couple 93s. 99 from Tom. Obviously tempting the way of 96. 99 from Naman. 100 from Sir Jacob. Look at that. Pretty good score. 106 from Peter. Damn, some high scores there. All right, Abdul Rahman, what is the plan? How do I get Trippier in? Have 2 free transfers. You have to sacrifice Heung-min Son. It's the only way I can think of you getting Trippier in. The question is, do you really want to sacrifice Heung-min Son, or do you want to keep Heung-min Son and not have Trippier? So this is yours. How do you get Trippier in? So if you were to say, let's say you moved Burn out, or even let's say you moved Udogi out. 1.8. 6.1. Nope. Unless you move Madison to Palmer. Or Gordon. Do something like this. You could go Palmer as well if you wanted to. Or just keep Madison as it is. Oh no. If you were to get rid of Burn, would you get more money? No. Udogi is more expensive. Yeah, I mean, that's the only way I can think about trying to get Trippier in. Is that you get rid of I wanted to get Saka as well. Oh. Oh. Then you can't afford. Then you need to get rid of Madison as well. Oh. Yeah, nah. You can't even get Palmer. Not possible to get both in. Oh, well, not possible immediately. If you know what I mean. Like, you can probably do it over the course of a few weeks. If you can wait a bit more longer for Trippier, then maybe later down, like after game week 14, maybe you look to like move Watkins out for this run of when he faces these few teams, then you look to move Watkins out after game week 14. And then you can probably bring in Trippier in game week 14. That's the only way things are going to work. Unless you go, instead of Saka, you go for like a Martinelli, but even then, you're 0.1 shot. So yeah, it's not easy. And 5-3 also. Okay. I will have a look at your team as well. Thank you so much for the help. No worries, Justin. No worries. Thanks, man. No worries, Abdurrahman. Alright, let's have a look at, before we go to 5-3, it is Greg. Greg, are you still here? Are you still here? I see your team. Oh. Alright, Greg. Is that a wildcard team, or the picture is so small on Instagram that it doesn't let me like zoom in properly? So what I'm going to do is, if Greg is still here, can you tell me where in the league you are? Here you are. 85 points. What a legend. Oh, you've already played your wildcard. So this was your team. No, Bowen. Oh well. Who do you even draw? Yeah, okay, makes sense. Okay, so this is Greg's team, and what has changed? Got Saliba starting this week over Udogi. You have Madders, Toku, Huming-san, and Bowen starting, and that's the same front line. Okay, looks solid, honestly. Looks very solid. What do you plan on doing? What do you plan on doing? Rank 29. Yes, this is your team. I got your team right up. You're getting close to the top 10, slowly but slowly. What do you plan on doing for this week? I think you can. I mean, depends on, do you want an Arsenal player immediately, or you got amazing team value as well, 102.3. Damn, great team value. What do you plan on doing? I think your team looks solid for this coming game week as well, to be honest. Because if you were to copy and paste this here, where we did what you recommended, this is what you put on your team. I guess Liverpool players, something that's missing. And getting Salah. But to get Salah, you have to downgrade either one of your forwards or Trippier. That's the only way, probably. I took out Tarkasif as well. Okay, that's not too bad. That's actually a decent move. That's not a bad move. No real plan though, fair enough. I think, do you want Salah in your team? Or Liverpool players? The only real way I can think of it happening And I don't know if you want to do it or not. Oh. And needs, okay, never mind. Needs major surgery. Oh, well, not really. It needs Huming sun level surgery. Still needs a bit of a surgery, to be honest. You can't get Salah in one move. It's not possible. I can't bring myself to put Liverpool players in. My FPL weakness. Fair enough. That's fine. I understand. Then, in that case, I would roll this team for this week. Oh, no, you've already done one free transfer. So I would just like keep this team for this week. And next week, how does the team look? 2 Spurs against Chelsea. Interesting. That'll be a very interesting game. Team looks fine, actually. Oh, man, you still have Pickford. I can't believe you still have Pickford in your team. You didn't wildcard Pickford out of your team. Oh, no. Oh, no, you did. Why does Pickford appear here? What? So odd. Did he not pick up? Oh, no, wait, I was looking at the wrong one. That's Abdul Rahman's team. You didn't wildcard Pickford out. Damn. Oh, you have Martinez as well. Expensive goalkeepers. I would have probably gone Pickford to Areola, but too late now. Well, you can still do it, but probably no, not worth. Cool. I think you've got pretty good team value. Now I think for this week you kind of move and you see how things go in game week 10, and then kind of decide in game week 11 whether you want any more Arsenal players, because game week 12 you might want some Arsenal players, and then you'll probably have to think about that come game week 12 maybe, where you probably look to maybe move Doku out if Jack Grealish is back in the team by then. But it'll give you some time to at least decide on that until then. Until game week 11. Bournemouth game, honestly, you could be the only one with triple city come that time. So I think the game week 11 Bournemouth game is good. And then game week 12 you can decide whether you want to move Doku out in this run or not. The thing is, I think Everton are all right defensively. They are. I would agree. Like, the numbers are decent. Just hasn't been showing in terms of returns of points. Okay, and then finally, the next one who wanted a team review was 513, ranked 37. Leo, how is your team doing? 84 points. Great week, Leo. Good stuff. How are we looking like? What is the plan? Have you even played your wildcard yet? Oh, yes, you did. Game week 7. I keep forgetting. What is the plan, Leo? I think your team looks good. You have 1 point. How do you guys all have like insane team value? No wonder you guys are ranked so high. What are you planning on doing? 2 free transfers, 1.1. Who should I get this week? Alvarez to Watkins. Sun to Madders, Bowen to Saka, Simikas. Oh, what? Whoa. Hold on. That's a lot of questions. Let's put your team in and try and see how things go. Alright. Let's start with Alvarez to Watkins. That leaves us with 0.3. Only 0.3. Wow, son. Okay. Honestly, Hmm. Simicast, Gabriel, Mitoma. Simicast, Gabriel, and Mitoma. Oh, we can do this. Yes, 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 yes. So you can go to Gabriel. You can go Udogi to Gabriel. And if you want to keep the Spurs lads, you could do something like that. You could do something like this. -4. No Arsenal players though for the Sheffield United game, but -4. What do you think? Keep Bowen. I wouldn't get rid of Bowen. Keep the Spurs lads. Just moved out DRB to Mitoma. You don't even have to do the -4 this week. You can just play DRB, right? You can play DRB against Luton. It's not a bad fixture. And you don't have to even do the -4. Oh no, maybe you need to do the -. Oh, what just happened? Didn't I have the funds to do it just now? Or did something change? Watkins. Gabriel. No, what? I thought I had the funds to do it. 0.1 shot, no? Sad life. I seriously thought I had the funds to do it. Oh, wait. Is DRB the same price? How is that? How much did you buy DRB for? Okay, here we go. Selling is 6.7. Is it Mitoma 6.5? Purchased, selling at 4.7. Oh, selling at 4.7. Oh, my bad. Didn't see that. You could go. Who did you want? You could do then you can do Simicas. But wait for the European fixture for Simicas just to see whether Simicas will this thing. Watkins or Saka a must. Saka, I wouldn't really say immediately. Like Arsenal haven't been very attacking so far. Maybe that might change sooner or later, but maybe not. Like Saka isn't the extreme must, but I feel like Watkins is probably a must at this point. The fixtures are just too good. Luton, Forest, Fulham, and Bournemouth in the next 5. Just can't say no to that. He's just on the form. He's just on insane form. The guy wants to get into the England team. There's going to be an international break after Game Week 12 again. He'll definitely want to do well in these next 3 fixtures. So I think Watkins, yes. Saka, you can avoid Saka for 2 more game weeks, I think. And the reason I say that is because, okay, the Sheffield United game, I don't know what scoreline will happen. Maybe they might score a couple. After that, the Newcastle game is a tough one. Then after that, they got a good run of fixtures again. Burnley, Brentford, Wolves, Luton. So maybe you want Saka from here, from Game Week 12 onwards. You can avoid him for the moment, but later you might want him. So doing a -4 this week is worth the risk. You kind of do you need to do it now? Now that I think about it, yeah, you to get Watkins. Yeah, I think it's worth it. I generally think it's worth it to get Watkins. Yeah, you could even. Who was here? Now this is up to you. Maybe Mitoma is better. Yeah. Will be worth it, I think. This is Mitoma, no? Yeah, I think it'll be worth it. Should I have done Simicas transfer yesterday? Yeah, that's before it rose in price. But no, you can wait on the Simicas one now. You don't have to go and get it immediately. You can kind of wait, see whether he goes up or goes down. Sorry to see whether he plays in Europe or doesn't play in Europe. So you can kind of wait. You don't have to go immediately on that. Cool. I think that's your team. Wait and see how European fixtures go, and then decide after that. But yeah, I think that brings us to an end. I think we've answered everyone's questions as well. So thank you to everyone who's been watching. Just make sure you hit the like button, guys. How about Burn to Simikas instead of Udogi? Not enough money, because Dan Burn is selling at 4.6. Udogi was selling at 4.7, if I wasn't mistaken. You can't. Oh, you can do it. Ah, yeah, you can do it. You can keep Udogi if you wanted to. You can remove Burn, but I feel like Udogi. Yeah, you could keep Udogi, but I feel like looking at Udogi getting this pre-60-minute subs and whatnot, I feel more inclined at the moment to sell Udogi than Dan Burn. Just personal preference, but yeah, up to you. I'll let you decide. But I think we'll end it there. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to hit the like button, guys. Hit the subscribe button as well if you are new, and also let your friends know about the channel as well. Get them to come and subscribe as well, and also join the Discord while you're at it. We're getting few more conversations going on there. Slowly by slowly, we're trying to grow it. So do join the Discord. I'll put the link once more. Come join the Discord. Get involved in the chat in Discord. That's the Discord link. Thank you all for watching. The link for Discord will be in the description as well later. But thank you all for watching. Make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We've got a podcast tomorrow at 9 p.m. So make sure to come join us for that 9 p.m. Sydney time. And we'll be live tomorrow for the Game Week 10 podcast. Thank you all for watching. Have a good day. And thank you to everyone who joined, to 513, to Greg, Abdul Rahman, Justin, Simonal, Shubharan, FPL Planner, Rian, Tempting the Wave. Who else? That's it, yeah. And everyone else who was watching in the background. Thank you all for watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Until then, peace out.